we are still going very strong on reviewing all the Marvel film before Endgame comes out. And today we're reviewing Iron Man 2. And also appreciate how old this DVD is. I got this back when Blockbuster was still a thing, so this is old. Anyways, Iron Man 2. After the events of Iron Man, where Tony Stark has revealed himself as Iron Man, he has helped keep the world in peace. But the government wants to take his suits away as they don't trust him with these weapons and want him to share the technology with the world, which of course he refuses to. While at the same time, a new threat rises named Ivan Vanko, who has some beef with Tony Stark and his family and wants revenge. But while all this is happening, Stark's health is also declining, ironically due to the device in his chest keeping him alive. And also, Nick Fury and S.H.I.E.L.D. play a bit more of a bigger part in this film than they did in the last film, with a new character in the form of Black Widow coming to help out Tony Stark with some of his health problems, and also some other stuff like, of course, Vanko and blah blah. You get the idea. So can Tony Stark defeat Ivan Vanko and also stop the government from trying to get his suits and stuff? We'll see. So yeah, that was a lot of plot right there. Well, not a lot of plot, but still, there was a lot to mention in the story of the film. And I feel like I'm still forgetting something in the plot I didn't mention. If I did forget something, I'll quickly edit in later in the video if I forgot to mention it and stuff. So yeah, because you know, yeah. Now, like I said, the first Iron Man film I liked a lot. I liked Iron Man 1 a lot. I gave it a 9 out of 10. I thought it was great. It was a really well done movie. Iron Man 2, on the other hand, not so much. I mean, okay, this film's not like, it's not bad, but it's not the worst either. But it's like, I don't know, it's kind of like alright, kind of. I like it a little bit more than Incredible Hulk, but still, it's not the greatest film, and I'll get into that stuff, of course. First, of course, stuff I like about this film. Kind of the same stuff as before, like the acting, action, and characters. They're all great in this film. Once again, Robert Downey Jr. does great as Tony Stark in the film. So do other people in the film too, like Gwyneth Paltrow, Scarlett Johansson, Don Cheadle, Samuel L. Jackson, Sam Rockwell. They're all great in the film. And on the subject of these actors and characters, let's get on to some of the new cast members of the film. New characters like Black Widow and Justin Hammer are great additions to the film, especially Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow. Once again, I do feel like this is Black Widow coming off the comic pages. Scarlett Johansson just plays her perfectly. The tough, badass edge to her, but also having a very cunning mind as well. She plays the character great. I can't really see who else could have played Black Widow better than Scarlett Johansson. Justin Hammer, played by Sam Rockwell, was also great in the film. Ironically, Sam Rockwell actually auditioned to play Iron Man in the first film originally. But it is nice to see they brought him back for Justin Hammer as well. He's a great fool of Tony Stark, being very similar to him in some way. It's like his charisma and how he's full of himself, and some other attributes I can't think of right now. But he is very similar to him in some ways, but he's a dick and a bad guy, so not entirely similar. But yeah, he does do a great job in the film. We also get to see a lot more of Samuel L. Jackson in the film with Nick Fury. Which, once again, Sam Jackson, how does he not make a film awesome? Like, he's just perfect as Nick Fury. But while we had some great returning characters and also new characters, we also had an old character who was recast. We were also introduced to Don Cheadle replacing Terrence Howard as Rhodey in the film. And I gotta say, I quite like Don Cheadle a lot more than Rhodey. And that's not to say that Terrence Howard was bad as Rhodey. Like I said in my review for the first Iron Man film, I thought Terrence Howard was great. He had great chemistry with Robert Downey Jr. on screen. He had brought a lot of energy and enthusiasm. He was really great in the role. But I think I prefer Don Cheadle a bit more. But they were both great as Rhodey, but I do prefer Don Cheadle as Rhodey than Terrence Howard. Here's my reasoning why. While I did thought Terrence Howard did good, I do think there's one thing that Don Cheadle has over Terrence Howard, and that is his authority he brings to the character. There are a lot of points in the film where Tony and Rhodey start arguing, debating with one another, even get into an actual fight with one another using their Iron Man armors. And I just feel like Don Cheadle brings a bit more authority to the role of Rhodey than Terrence Howard did. I'm not saying Terrence Howard couldn't bring authority to the role. I feel like he could very well, but still, I feel like Don Cheadle brought authority to the character of Rhodey a little bit better than Howard could. So that's my reason. But like I said, I did like both of them. I just prefer Cheadle over Howard. Well, the visuals and VFX are great in the film too. I had that written down. I don't have much else to say about it, so they're good. But what exactly do I not like about this film? Well, the major contributing factor to me not liking the film is, during the second act, the plot slows down a lot and gets a little boring. The first act is very well done. We're introduced to Ivan Vanko, we see his origin, we understand why he's pissed at Tony Stark. You have the courtroom scene, the senator arguing with Tony Stark about why he should not have these Iron Man armors. We have some great action in that early first act. It's all great in the first act. The first act's very well done. But then the second act just feels a little boring and slow a lot. Like Tony Stark and Ivan Vanko both kind of sit on their asses a lot for for a second act, and it's not really the most interesting act of the film. The third act picks up the pace a little bit and being a bit more action-packed and more fast-paced after that, but still, the second act is really what the grades of the films score a lot for me. And another thing also, Ivan Vanko, he sits on his ass for the majority of the film, even though he's the main bad guy. I don't get it. In the film, we learn why he's upset at Tony Stark. He goes after him, and after having one fight with Tony Stark, he's arrested, and then his death is faked by Justin Hammer, and Justin Hammer employs him to make some battle armors for him so he can present them at the Stark Expo and stuff, and then he just kind of sits on his ass for the majority of the film, which I don't get why. Even Mickey Rourke, who plays him, was not exactly happy with how his character was handled in this film. He's talked about how he did a lot of preparation for this role. He spent some time in Russia to learn some of their mannerisms. He actually did a lot of research online to learn some of the techno-babical stuff, whatever, because his character is very technical and stuff. Those way-around machines, you know what I mean. He even paid for a lot of his character stuff in the film, like he paid for his gold tooth, some of his tattoos, even the bird he had in the film. So he was clearly dedicated to the role, but then we make him sit on his ass for most times while he plays second fiddle to the dancing monkey in a suit. And like I said, I like Justin Hammer in the film. I think he's a very, very entertaining character, but still, I would have liked to see more about Ivan Vanko. He is the main bad guy after all. Why isn't Justin Hammer the more secondary character villain? They make it more like he's the main bad guy and Vanko is kind of like the secondary bad guy, which I would have liked to see more about Vanko, honestly, than Hammer. And just the general vibe of this film, I would call it, is a filler movie, honestly. Now, I'm not saying the film is pointless to watch, because if you're verifying all of Marvel films, you do need to watch this film, because it does introduce a lot of things that are important to the MCU going forward, like, of course, Don Cheadle, War Machine, Black Widow, Tony Pepper's relation, and shit. Like, there are a lot of things in the film that are important going forward in the MCU, so you do have to watch it, but still, it's kind of a filler movie, because, like, there's a lot of stuff in this film that kind of, like, are just set up and references so that tease you for the later films coming down the line, like Thor and Captain America. The after credits scene, of course, is Coulson finding Thor's hammer, which that is important because Thor was the next film coming out after Iron Man 2. But another point is the film, they make a lot of references to what's happening in Thor, like how Nick Fury talked about. There's some stuff going down on New Mexico, when even Coulson shows up for a little bit, but then he's reassigned and to go off to do the Thor films. So there's a lot of that stuff. We also see that Tony Stark has a prototype version of Captain America's shield, and we also have the Stark Expo, which I think the Stark Expo was solely in this film. Because it's in the first Avenger, so they wanted to at least have the Stark Expo introduced so that you knew what it was before seeing it in Captain America, which I'm not sure if it was that well needed because it's not even that in First Avenger that much, but still, I at least think that's why it's in this film. I could be wrong, but still. But yeah, just generally just feels like a filler movie. Like, it is important, but it's just kind of like a filler film, you know? It's, yeah, just kind of filler a little bit, you know? I think I also entirely forgot to talk about the action in the film. My bad. The action in the film is also just... I'm not sure I like the action in this film better than the first one or not. I don't really know, but there's a lot more Iron Man action in the film, and it's really badass. Like, the final fight scene at the end of Iron Man and War Machine teaming up to battle all those hammer drones. Badass right there. Also, War Machine's costume in the film looked awesome. So Iron Man 2 is not a great film, but it's also not a bad film. I'll still enjoy watching it from time to time. There are some good stuff in the film, like I said, but it does have a lot of problems. The plot slows down a lot. Villains wasted. Kind of a filler movie at best. Yeah, it's not the worst, but not the greatest side. Honestly, I give this film a 7 out of 10. So yeah, that's my rating for the film. Also forgot to mention the suitcase armor in the film is badass. But yeah, that's my review for Iron Man 2. Tell me in the comments section down below what did you all think of Iron Man. And so let me know if you like the film or don't like the film at all. I have no idea. Let me know in the comments. So yeah, thank you for watching and see you for my next Marvel movie review, which will be Thor soon. So yeah, see you guys later. And now I'm not going to repulse blast because it didn't work last time. So yeah, bye. Hey, if you like that video, guess what? YouTube put out a video just for you on the left. Or, if you want to take my advice, watch the most recent video on the right. Thanks for watching.